Nap time?
No, we're in front of the camera. It's not nap time. Is it nap time?
You got me sitting down, so it must be nap time.
Yeah, the knuckleheads are back. Welcome to Tech Tuesday, guys. It is going to be a short one for you today, but keep in mind what this show is all about. It's an opportunity for Chuck and I to share our passion and our knowledge for Corvette and try to help you guys and have some fun along the way too. So if you have a question how to use something on your Corvette, if you want us to do a demo, you want a suggestion on something, if you have a problem with your Corvette, email address is up on the screen. Send that to us. We'll do what we can to get to as many as we can each and every Tuesday that we do a Tech Tuesday. Like I said, we don't do one every Tuesday. I would like to. I know you guys would like to. Thank you for the great response. But when we do, we will do. Now, today's going to be a real short one. Just we're tight on schedule and timing, stuff like that. But we did want to just touch base with you guys real quick because we enjoyed being here and we love hearing from you. We really do. Sure. I wish you could. I was in Bowling Green yesterday, filmed 3 episodes that you'll see soon on the channel. You know, and I keep saying it, but damn it, I gotta get you down there to the Corvette Museum. I mean,
yeah, I'd like to go.
And everybody's, is Chuck here? Is he ever gonna come here? No, okay, well.
And if at all, it'll probably be in the wintertime.
No, we gotta get you down there during the event. We gotta get you out there on the track, man. You're actually a good driver, man.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be quite an experience. So if we're able to get Chuck out of the office and go to the Corvette Museum, we'll let you know because I know a lot of you guys would like to see him at a big event like that.
Sure, I'd love to go. Sal, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where'd you get them rims you put on that car?
Come on, man. Don't start the show like that. Are you kidding me?
Well, I didn't see them. You know, Nate did them, so.
If you guys saw that video, I cut part of that out. I thought I was very professional, very real, as you guys like on this channel. My positioning, why I didn't say, and I still won't, I don't think I've told you yet where I got them. And the reason being is a lot of people, they heard what they wanted to hear and then made some nasty comments. Most of the people that listened to that entire clip said, okay, I understand where you're coming from, Rick. I totally get it. I take a lot of pride, and you guys respect the suggestions that we make to you, and I don't take those lightly. Yep. It's either stuff that I really, truly believe in, that you believe in, yep, that either I'm going to put on my car, or I'd say, hey, I'm not going to put it on my car, but this is good stuff, good company. Check this out. This might be something you want to do. I had called that company and said, hey, look, you know, here's what's different about our channel. I'm so thankful for that. We've got a more mature audience. We've got an audience that the watch time people would kill for. You guys, when I say you spend a lot of time with us, you watch, most of you watch the entire uploads, and you do listen to everything that we say. So I had asked this company, because I love the wheel, I ended up going through another source, paying more money, and I just said, here's who we are, here's what we do. We got great response, great audience, as I just said, great watch time, all the stuff that would make them say, hey, you know what, I want to partner up with you. I'm going to get these wheels anyways. I held off because I was mad at the attitude I got and the arrogance I got, but I still wanted those rims on my car, and I'm glad that I do have them. I wanted a set of rims for you guys for a giveaway, and then I wanted an opportunity to make not a bunch of money, just a couple of bucks if we referred, and I know that a lot of people would have bought those had we done what we have done in the past, like for Paragon and for ACS Composite. So they just, I don't know, they kind of rub me like, well, we don't need your support. We don't broadcast to a bunch of teenagers, okay? So I think they missed that. I think there's a missed opportunity there. I'm really sorry, but the way that went down, that's why I didn't say, and I still won't say, okay? And I won't say where I bought them from, because it doesn't matter. You guys like the way the car looks? Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. There's companies, and I was telling you this earlier today, there's companies that approach me at different shows and said, hey, come on over to our booth. Hey, check this out. Actually, you mentioned us on your vlog. Man, I don't even know who half some of these companies are. And I've seen some of their stuff, and they're crap. Yeah. So I would never, and they wanted to pay me to do that, and I wouldn't do that, because that's the integrity that I want to have on this channel. I want you guys to have that confidence when you come here, when he and I are saying something, that there's nothing from behind the scenes that's motivating us to say that. So I think some of those people took that wrong. So I'm very particular on that. I want to have just a really small knit group of sponsors for the channel that'll help me grow with internal staff. It'll allow me more opportunities to do things for you guys on the channel and go to more events and things like that, because that's what I've done for over the years. But right now I've been just so locked down to the dealership. It's frustrating for me because I don't feel like I can be me, you know, and go to these things and really have some fun and share things which actually encourage people to do stuff in their car. And then this is not you guys know I sell these cars for a living, okay? He works on them. He's a specialist in that regard. I'm a specialist in my regard, and I don't do this channel, sorry for the long intro, I don't do this channel as a salesy vlog. You guys know what I do. That email address, if you're interested in retail, I'm starting to take some names. I'm not sure if we're going to have a 23 cycle or not. I'll know that on Thursday, and I'll share that with you Thursday here on the channel regarding order statuses and things like that for the end of 23. But if you want to be on the 24 list and that kind of stuff, let's start having those conversations. This market's changing a little bit. What you're finding is that there's people that were just selling a bunch of cars because you basically were selling yourself the car. They're not really salespeople. They can't sit down and have a conversation with you about the car or opinions on options and color combos. Then you feel good about what you're buying and who you're buying from. And I know in my heart, that's what we do here. So thank you for those opportunities. Keep those coming in. I'm looking forward to them. What are you laughing at?
Well, I just thought you're talking about to see your car, see your keys, see you later, guys.
Right? Yes, yeah. There's a lot of those guys out there. Yeah. Closer than you think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I just wanted to get some of that stuff off my chest. It is good for he and I to be back. We're hoping to have a longer Tech Tuesday for you, possibly next week. So get some questions in for us. We'll do some demos. He's got a bunch of stuff working. I'm hoping that you can get. I'm on schedule. If you kick me one more time. Oh. Let's talk about that real quick. You gotta tell me. Corey felt so bad working in your booth. You watched that video. Was it weird watching somebody else do what you do in your turf?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? I told you that was a blessing in disguise because of his schedule. I told Corey at the end of the day, and I think Nate too. I said, man, you know, I was reluctant to have him do that, but I don't think that. Well, I know. You wouldn't have had a full day dedicated that they took to put all that stuff on the car.
Absolutely.
So now I need you to put high temp brake fluid in, 2 additional quarts of transmission fluid, because I don't think, and I wasn't going to share this with you guys, I don't know, I'm really nutty in how I feel cars, and I don't feel like, and it's really starting to piss me off, I don't feel like, and I hope I'm wrong, that my transmission is what I had in my 21. It doesn't seem as smooth. It doesn't seem as responsive. The air filter's in now. They put in when they were here a couple of weeks ago. Something's missing. So I'm hoping it's just the fluid. I was going up a hill coming back from Kentucky just the other day, yesterday in fact, and twice now it's hung up in gear. And the RPMs are going to 5,000, 5,500. And I'm like, I'm just driving. I just accelerated and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, finally I hit the paddle so the damn thing would shift. So I'm hoping there's no issue with that because I want to get on track. So that's why you do those things. And I'm trying to get some high-speed tires for you to mount too. So just those 3 things and I'll be good. And then we'll have some fun and some more content for the folks and more education on my experiences. I did drive the Z06 again yesterday. Walked away disappointed in myself. For a number of reasons. We'll do a whole separate vlog on that. We'll talk about that later because we've talked to, again, just a couple today. We talked too long beginning today. Haven't let you get a word in.
You got a mouse in
I
your
know.
pocket?
I haven't let you get a word in edgewise. I do apologize. A couple things real quick on Tech Tuesday. It's good just to share our lives around this car with the people on the channel, so I just want to catch them up to date.
Absolutely.
What's going on. I actually filmed the thing too last Sunday that's going to be coming up this Sunday. A couple of people, it was a nice intimate group. We drove the Ohio Triple Nickel, the 555.
Yeah.
And it was freaking fantastic. I haven't looked at the footage yet. I think I had a camera issue, so I'm hoping all the cameras captured that stuff. We're going to do it again, I think, in the fall, and then we're going to do it from a different perspective on one of the cameras that I didn't have set up. So stay tuned for that. Maybe you can participate with us, and we'll get like a whole damn caravan going down through there, and the fall foliage would be just gorgeous. A couple of you guys have wrote in ticking noise in your Corvette. This encompasses 2019 to 2023 and a new, what do you call this, a memo?
Yeah, it is a memo.
Just a memo. Came out June 1st. So if they got a ticking in their Corvette, what's going on with that, Chuck? What would you have to do?
Let's just talk about this before we go any further, though. This covers Camaro, Corvette, Silverado,
Cadillac,
4.3, 6.2, you know, a bunch of engines. So this is not just on the Corvettes. This covers a lot of stuff.
I didn't care about those cars, but this is a Corvette channel. Good point.
But I don't want everybody to think, oh, it's just on Corvettes.
Yeah,
no,
he's right. He's right. I'm sorry.
Covers a plethora of stuff.
Me and my tunnel vision.
Yeah,
right.
So there's a whole service procedure we have to go through. The bulletin talks about some customers may hear a ticking noise coming from the engine when cold. The ticking noise will mainly occur during the first initial start in the morning. The condition may be caused by the lifter not having a sufficient amount of oil during cold startup, not pumped up. The correction is follow service procedure below, which tells us a bunch of stuff we have to go through.
It is a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and possibly replace the valve lifters themselves. But what everybody has to realize is, and don't confuse this with the high pressure pump that's underneath the intakes on these cars. The 19, the high pressure pump was back towards the firewall, and the direct injectors, people was complaining about engine ticks, and yeah, it's the injectors and the high pressure pump that has it runs off the camshaft load. So you're going to hear that. That's not what this bulletin's talking about. Yeah. And it's the same way with the C8s from 2020 all the way up. They have the high pressure pump, they have the direct injection fuel injectors. So, oh, I hear tick. But yeah, these engines normally tick just because of the high pressure fuel pump and the direct injector. So what this is covering is a lifter tick during cold startup. Okay. So don't panic.
But and we've always talked about too, when you get in your car, I always let my car run for a minute or so. Sure. Too often people are in a hurry. They get it started up, boom, put it in gear and take off. It's like, hey, just let her warm up let all the communications and the computer start talking to each other before we start rolling. Because sometimes you can cause an intermittent problem.
Well, you can actually cause a transmission problem if you just fire it up and try to go in gear before everything comes to life. Yeah, you can cause a malfunction in the transmission that is only there for that period of time because you did that. The next time you start it and give it a few minutes and then put it in gear, it may be okay. So,
well, and if you have a driveway that's at an angle, talking specifically about C8, you know, you've got a little bit of give in that DCT, and here, I'm just going to throw my son under the bus. Some of you guys have talked about this in previous Tech Tuesdays, how you have a little bit of that give and a little bit of that lunge. So Ryan was pulling my car back in the driveway, moving stuff around, the musical car chairs, and he didn't have it right where he wanted it to. So the car lunged backwards just a little bit, then he accelerated, and the car jumped forward, and it slammed into the back of his car. So I've got some stress cracks and a little booger on the front end of my car. The clear brawl's holding it all together, and we'll deal with that later. But that's, again, being very real and allowing other people to learn from that. So if you're on a driveway, on a hill rather, hill or driveway, I'm using that as an example, be careful if you got to move it up again, because she's going to go back and you'll have a tendency to hit that accelerator, and sometimes you could jump a little bit too fast and go forward. So just now that we're talking about that. So expanding on our Tech Tuesday conversations, thanks for joining us. Here's one from James. He says, Rick, I watched the video of Paragon doing all the stuff to your vet. It was a lot of fun. I felt weird having them here, man. I tell you.
I told him when I got back, I'm the ex-girlfriend he cheated on.
No. Here's what he said. I said, hey, I need you to do the flute. He goes, oh no, just get Corey to come back and let him do it. I said, okay, listen, rascal, you know, he did you a favor, dude. Yeah, no, he did, man. He tuned me up. It was funny, but it's good to see that you're over that. All right, so anyway. James says, curious if you or Chuck can explain on your Tech Tuesday shows why the catch can is necessary when Chevrolet does not provide that. Now, they do provide that on Camaros, talking about the Z51 for track use, and does it void your warranty? It does not void your warranty. Let me address that real quick. But if you do anything aftermarket to your car and you have a direct result of that aftermarket whatever, and it causes a problem, that's when it's going to void your warranty. And we always tell you constantly, stay out of the wiring harnesses, stay out of the computer programming. That's going to cause you an issue. Real quick, watch this clip, because we've had this question before, and when I saw Corey last year at the NCM Motorsports Park, he actually explained to us in detail about the oil catch can on Corvette.
So there's always been a lot of controversy about catch cans. Do you need it? Do you not need it? If it needed it, the manufacturer would do it. back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
My first personal experience with the catch can was when I had my 5th gen Camaro 1LE.
Okay.
And from the factory, there's a little box that comes in the car from General Motors that says put the catch can on your car for track use. I left it on at all times. I'm like, if I have to use it for track use, I drive pretty aggressively on a day-to-day basis. I'm just gonna leave it on. It's not gonna hurt anything, because if it would hurt it, they wouldn't tell you to put it on the track.
Right.
The basic sense of it, the dumbed down version of what the catch can does, is it helps any oil bypass going past where it should and then collecting on the intake manifold. There's more technical terms on that, but that's a very simplistic way that I explain to customers.
Okay.
If the car needed it, the manufacturer would put on from the factory. It's not needed, but it doesn't hurt anything. Anytime I did my oil change, I always had oil in my catch can. We have it in both of our shop cars.
Okay.
Every time we run a track day like we do here frequently at NTM, we have oil bypass sitting in there. So it's not a bad idea. It's personal preference. It's not going to void your warranty. It's not going to hurt anything.
That's good.
That's the best way I can put it. The other thing I get is, what's the difference? We sell Corsa, we sell Moto, we sell Paragon. They're all going to do the same thing. The benefit about Paragon is A, the price, we make it in-house, and it's for coupe and convertible. The other ones are only for coupe.
Corey, thanks again for... Yeah, thank you, Corey.
Keep it up.
Yes, right, I know.
You'll be going in
I'm not poking the Build-A-Bear, trust me. I know better. Absolutely. One more for you guys.
All right, this one comes from William. Says, really look forward to Tech Tuesday. My question is about the oil life message on the display. My 22 C8 has 6,700 miles on it. I paid to have the oil change around 5,900. Less than 7 months ago, as the display said I had about 10% oil life left. Now with 6,700 miles on it, the oil life display says I only have 52% left. Is this normal? What's determined how the oil life is left? I do mostly in-town driving with some spirited launches and freeway driving.
I think he just answered his own question.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the oil life reminder is on an internal clock. Whether you drive the car or not, it's still counting down. GM finally done that after a while of too many motors getting blown up.
Right.
So they put it on an internal clock on everything now, not just the vets. So as the car sets, you should change your oil at least once a year regardless of how many miles are on it. So that's why they put them all on an internal clock.
Yeah, you can change the oil in the fall for folks that live in the climate that we live in, and then get the car out in the spring. It won't be at the 100%. You go, whoa, what the heck's going on? And that's because that clock is ticking. And he just said he's driving a lot of city driving, and you do a couple little shots, little hole shots once in a while. That's gonna make that deplete a little bit quicker too. Trust me.
Yep.
I know. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you on the channel. Make sure you support us by subscribing. You like this video as you always do, and always engage with everybody else, not just ourselves. Make comments down below. If you have a rides picture, make sure you give us your first name and what state you're from. You can email it to the email address that's up on the screen, and we have some great looking ones that I love. I say that every week, but you know what? They really are good looking cars. But I love some of the creativity and some of the angles that you guys use to take these pictures. So enjoy these now, your beautiful rides. Thanks again for watching.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover It is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one. And I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one. And